Hey, what's up guys? My name is Joe and today we're gonna have some fun playing Dominaria United Discard Despair. So as the name says, this deck is based around discarding and it is also based around Invoke Despair. Alright, so I kind of arranged the deck into different columns to explain what we're trying to do with the deck. Starting over here on the left side, we have all of the cards that we are going to use to discard. Unfortunately, there is no instant speed target opponent discards, so we have to do it all at sorcery speed. So it's really important that we are going to be on the draw today, and then hopefully we are hitting these cards right off the bat. So starting off is Dread Fugue. I'm gonna go with Fugue. So target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it with a mana value 2 or less. That player discards that card. It also has Cleave. You can pay 3 extra and it'll remove that. But we really just want this in the early game so that we can remove whatever early game spell that they can play. Next, we're gonna have the Duress. This is just to help us hit at least an early spell off the bat. It gives us 6 chances to hit a turn 1 discard spell. This is target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So that's kind of the big difference between Duress and Dread Fugue, is that Duress says non-creature, non-land, but the Dread Fugue says non-land. And if we can help it, we want to try and play as many cards as we can that say non-land period rather than non-creature, because a lot of decks in this new standard is going to be creature based. So we want them to discard that right away. Next, we have Pilfer. I absolutely love this card. This is from Dominaria United. It says target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. It's for 2 mana and it can hit any type of mana value. It can hit their big hitter. It can hit an early game guy. It can do so many great things. And then in our 3-drop spot, we have Aggressive Sabotage. So target player discards 2 cards. If the spell is kicked, it deals 3 damage to that player. Of course, we're not playing any red, so we'll never be kicking the spell. But hopefully, we've already hit our Dread Fugue or Duress on turn 1. So that's 1 card out of the way. They play a land, so now they're already down to 5 cards in hand. And then on turn 2, we're going to play our Pilfer, bringing them down to 4 cards in hand. Hopefully on their turn, they play another land down to 3. And then, of course, we hit them with Aggressive Sabotage, bringing them down to 1 or even less, depending on what they play. So that is really what we're trying to do. We're trying to hit early drops so that they don't have anything to play. We're just totally throwing away any type of curve that they can have. Either the discarding land so that they're not getting enough mana, or they're discarding all of their good cards so they just have nothing to play. And then after we've discarded all of that, we can go over here to our creatures, where we are going to try and get these down, and slowly they're either going to get bigger over time with Evolved Sleeper, or we have the big hitter to hopefully finish the game, Tyrannical Pitlord from Dominaria United. These are awesome cards. Evolved Sleeper is going to be really sweet in a lot of mono black mid-range decks. I'm super excited to play this. But if you don't know what this card says, it says Evolved Sleeper becomes a human cleric with base power and toughness 2/2. You just have to pay 1 black for it to become that. You can do this at instant speed as well, so you can do it in response to either like a burn spell or any type of spell, or even before blocks. You can also pay 2 if Evolved Sleeper is a cleric, put a death touch counter on it, and it becomes a Phyrexian human cleric with base power and toughness 3/3. And you can pay 3 if Evolved Sleeper is a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This card is super versatile. We got 4 of him in the deck. Ideally, we honestly don't really want to hit him early on in the game. Because we're running 25 lands, we're not going to be missing a land drop usually. So we're going to be piling up mana and mana and mana and mana. So hopefully we've already done all of our discarding. The opponent just really doesn't have anything to play and it's later on in the game. We can just use all that mana on this guy to make him become essentially a 4/4 if we have enough mana, and we already drew a card and lost a life. And then if next turn we need to draw another card, we can just pay 3. If we need to draw another, we can pay 3 again. And he just gets absolutely massive. And then we go ahead and throw it on our Tyrannical Pitlord. So this card is Flying and Trample. It is also a 6/6 for 6 mana. When it enters the battlefield, choose another creature you control. The chosen creature gets +3/+3 and has Flying. So that is going to hopefully make our Evolved Sleeper unblockable. And then since he's going to be unblockable, we can just kind of swing over the top and pretty much just win the game right there. Alrighty, and let's go to the Despair side of the deck. So Invoke Despair is an awesome card from Kamigawa. We all pretty much know what it says, so I won't really go over it. But this is going to be also what we're trying to ramp into. It's going to help us draw cards, remove some of their threats that they might have on the battlefield. And then another awesome card in this 5-drop slot is going to be the Cruelty of, I'm going to say Gix. I think it's Gix. Let's go Gix. So target opponent reveals their hands. You choose a creature or planeswalker card from it. That player discards that card. So what that's going to do is hopefully get a really sweet big drop out of their hand and into the graveyard. So when we get to the third trigger of the saga, it says put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. So I actually originally ran the dragon, I forget his name. So I originally ran Junji because I wanted to have kind of a bigger drop that we can use all of the cards that we discarded from the opponent's hand and hopefully like bring it back to the battlefield. But this guy only says that it's when he dies you get to choose one of those. So instead we went and I finally found Cruelty of Gix, and I think this card is so much better. It also has read ahead. So let's say we do all of our discard shenanigans and we, the opponent has like no cards in hand. Hopefully they discarded an amazing card so that we can pay 5 and we can actually do read ahead. So it says choose a chapter and start with that many lore counters. And then of course you would just normally add a lore counter after your draw step. But if we did skip it and it goes to the third, we can just straight away put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under our control, which is super versatile. If our creature died, we can bring it back. I've also been playing against a lot of Tenacious Underdog, and it's really good against our deck because they can just keep on blitzing it out, draw cards, and we don't want them to have cards in hand, so we can play the Cruelty of Gix, and if there's nothing better to grab, we can grab the Tenacious Underdog, which means that they can no longer blitz it out because it is now our creature. So that's pretty much what the deck is doing. Of course, we're going to also draw some cards with Blood Pact. We have Meathook Massacre, and we have March of Wretched Sorrow. I'm so excited to play this deck. I've been playing it a lot. I've been playing so many monocolored decks recently because I just think it's so much better than having to worry about mana fixing. I want to just, play one color. I want to play a card. I want to say, hey, you get no cards in hand. And from there, just kind of take charge of the game and have some fun. Alrighty, if you guys do want to see the full deck list, there is a link in the description, so go ahead and check that out. Other than that, let's just go ahead and hop into some games and have some fun playing Dominaria United Discard Despair. Alright, well, we only really have Pilfer, but we have a lot of mana so that we can spend it. It's not as aggressive as I'd like to be with the discard, but I'd hope for a really good top deck here. I think it's still a keep. There might have been a reason to throw it down and mulligan. Just to see if we can draw some better cards, but you guys know me, I don't like mulliganing. Mulliganing, is that the right way to say it? Mulling? Yeah, I guess that's kind of the typical term for it. All right, Dimir could be Esper. Looks to be Dimir here. Looks like they're holding up a counter spell. Get it out of your hand, maybe. Okay, let us see it. Wow, card draw central. I don't mind them Tainted Indulgence. I don't want them to have the Celestis, so I think we take that and throw it away. We also have Aggressive Sabotage, so they will Tainted Indulgence, draw 2, discard 1. But us discarding their cards for them kind of helps with that Tainted Indulgence to get the 5 different mana values. Alright. We will Aggressive Sabotage, force them to discard something, and then whatever they don't discard, we Duress. So that's kind of the correct way to go about it. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, let's see if they counter this. Tainted Indulgence, get 2 more cards. It's looking good so far. Okay, so it looks like it is going to be green, black, blue. Not sure on the guild name for that. Throw down 2 Heroes Downfalls. Yeah, so they see we're not playing creatures, so throw those guys down. Nothing comes out yet. We get the Dread Fugue. I really like that. I don't think that we cleave it. Let's Duress first, though. Meathook Massacre, Graveyard Shift. Yeah, so this is going to be Graveyard Shift deck, so we want them to discard that. And then we can hit the Meathook Massacre with the Dread Fugue. I don't know if we care to do so, though. I'd rather draw cards, so let's just pass the turn here. They might just play it for 0, but we'll see. And it's a land, perfect. We are doing really good. This is an amazing game so far. Of course, because they don't have probably all the things that they need. No, don't target them. Stupid Joe. Get Evolved Sleeper. All right, I like that. And we also have our Pitlord. So we have kind of what we're wanting to do. Meathook Massacre can go for 3. We can't quite level this guy up as much as we'd want to dodge that. So let's make them discard. Yeah, let's make them discard the Meathook Massacre. They can fading out the Evolved Sleeper, that's fine. We just have to... Let's see if we can make them play it now. If they play it now, they do. I think that's a mistake. Because we just played again. Hopefully they throw it to the bottom. They do. Fantastic. Yeah, I think we're way on top here. Throw this down, pass the turn, and then we can level up on their turn. Yeah, I think we just take control here. We have Invoke Despair. We can draw a bunch of cards. We can level this guy up. He's going to get really big. We can draw cards with him. We have our Pitlord. Let's actually just throw down our Pitlord and just be as aggressive as we can while they don't have any cards in hand. Swing in, down to 15. We have 11 damage on the field and actually lethal with Invoke Despair next turn. So if that's a land, then we got the victory. And just say go. Let's go for it. And then if that doesn't work out, we can level this guy up again. All right, we go ahead and swing in for lethal. Probably Fading Hope. It looks like it probably is going to be when he leaves the battlefield. Oh no! Oh, that is evil. Yeah, Fading Hope, man. Okay, that is what we do when we play the demon. They have their little scheming things that the opponents can find a way to get around. That is really smart. That's kind of cheeky there. We can just play it again next turn. We can try and draw some cards. Maybe find an Invoke Despair. I think they might just start roping us here. Okay, they don't. We can Pitlord and Dread Fugue, so let's go ahead and... Do we cleave it? I kind of just would rather see what it is. The chances... It's a Meathook, alright. Well, how we didn't cleave it, we'll play our land. We'll go ahead and get this guy down. Still 2 turns away. How is their top decking skills? All-Seeing Arbiter? Oh, the top decking skills is amazing. Still got the Aggressive Sabotage. They throw down a Memory Deluge as well. So 2/4/6. If they get a land next turn, they can play that. Wow, this this guy has no power at all to even deal damage. Well, we can make them discard whatever card they have, or we can draw cards of our own. That could be a land. I don't know if they hit their land drop this turn. I have a feeling they didn't. We could hit a March to kill the Arbiter. I think this is just got to be the right play. Let's just land. Boo. Alright, we'll make him discard. Discard a Infernal Grasp. Holy crap, why is he so low? Whenever enter battlefield attacks, whenever you discard a card. That is so good against our deck. Alright. So we gotta make sure that we're not making him discard much. I'd love to hit an Invoke Despair here. If it was a land, they should have played it, but they are just gonna draw cards first. That's smart. Another Memory Deluge goes down. Pitlord does nothing. We're still gonna chump block it. Yeah, this game is crazy, man. They might have a... Yeah, they might be able to come back from this. I'm hoping to hit a March. We really need something to remove it. Dread Fugue. Yeah, they don't have anything in hand. Might have been a reason to play it just so they don't have a chance to draw, but if they draw, they just discard what they draw. Oh my goodness, man. There's no way that we lose this. We literally had everything that we need to pull it out. I'm still somewhat a Titan of Industry. Oh my, no, dude. They're gonna come back and win this thing. If we can't remove this All-Seeing Arbiter, there's no chance. But if we remove it, I think there is a chance. We still have some life to spare. Unfortunately, they have Memory Deluge if they want to draw cards. They have Celestis. Cruelty of Gix. Come on. Why is there no big boys in the graveyard? This is the one time that I'd want them to be in the graveyard. We could grab Evolved Sleeper. There might be a reason to do that. Otherwise, we can... We have no cards in hand, so we'll want to read ahead to the second one. We can grab something to kill that All-Seeing Arbiter. That's kind of, like I said, the only chance that we have. And then when we kill it, we can bring it back with the third thing, so this is definitely going to be the play. So boom, we'll play it on 2. And then we will grab the March of Wretched Sorrow. We could do 4 and kill both if we Meathook, but we can't quite do that this turn because I think we played our land drop 5. 1, 2, 3. No, it would be... Oh no, we can Meathook this turn. So Meathook's the right call. We have one. Yeah, we do. Remember Meathook Massacre. Meathook for 4. So that's going to kill All-Seeing Arbiter and the Rhino. And we gain some life. And then next turn, we can grab the All-Seeing Arbiter from the graveyard. Unless they freaking top deck a Graveyard Shift. If they top deck a Graveyard Shift, Arena hates me. Oh. Now that I said it, it's going to happen. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse, man. It is a gift and a curse to say something and have it happen, but this is the time where I don't want it to happen. So I think what the opponent's thinking here is that Graveyard Shift is going to be what's going to save them. Do they want to try and get that card off the top, draw it, discard it to give them another chance to hit it off the top? They do draw it, and it's not Graveyard Shift. What did you get? If it's a big boy, Painted Indulgence, okay, a couple more cards to find it. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they still can Graveyard Shift. This is nuts. Okay. So they can respond to the Cruelty of Gix with it. We have to do no blocks. And it looks like it is flash, so my thoughts are they have it in hand. Land. Oh no, they're looking at the graveyard. There's so many cards in the graveyard. Invoke Despair. Okay, so that gets rid of the Titan of Industry this turn no matter what. Or an All-Seeing Arbiter. No way it's Graveyard Shift. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. That is so unlucky, man. Alright, well, we'll Invoke Despair. We gotta keep pushing forward. We have our Dread Fugue. We can cleave it. Make sure they discard whatever it is in hand, as long as it's not a land. They have card draw advantage right now. So they sack the All-Seeing Arbiter. I think that was possibly a mistake. Let's Duress it. I think there's a chance it's a non-creature. Yeah, it is. It's a Meathook. How many Meathooks have we made them discard? That's 3, right? Yeah, 3. And then we have Dread Fugue. We can't really swing in, so we just go no attacks. Pass the turn. We're going to have to take 7 here. It's another Graveyard Shift. That would be unforgivable. Vernal Grasp. Alright, there goes our win condition. Sacrifice a creature. There's no creature to sack. They lose some life. Invoke Despair brings them down to 1. So that would be a good top deck. Let's see, how many have we played so far? Just 2. Okay, so we only have 1 more left in the deck. And they say go, and it's a Dread Fugue. No! Oh. What are the chances? What are the chances that the opponent gets the 1 card that I name, and it's the reason that they survive? They had everything exactly when they needed it. They even had a freaking memory deluge if they wanted to play it. 2, 4, 6. So they could have played it this turn too. I have nothing really to say. I guess we keep moving forward. Alright, so we're not on the play, unfortunately, but we do have a good removal spell and some discard spells. I think we do keep this. We also have a chance to draw into our Dread Fugue off the bat, and we don't. Almost every time we're probably going to be drawing a land. I just think it's so much more beneficial to be doing that rather than just getting mana deprived. Yeah, Reckoner Bankbuster, cool. Looks like they might be playing mono black mid-range here. Let's go ahead and take a look at that hand. That's also another thing I love about all of these cards. We essentially get to see what they have. Okay, cut down. We don't really need to worry about that right now. Let's see, they're at 2 mana, so they can play not really any of these cards, but I hate Sheoldred, so we're going to get that out of here. All right, say go, and glad to get that out of their hands. Did they find a 3-drop? It looks like they haven't yet, so they're going to go ahead and draw a card with that Reckoner Bankbuster. And Evolved Sleeper, yep, great card. All right, we'll go ahead and play our swamp, and so Duress can hit the Meathook or the Sorin. We'll probably take the Sorin because they can't really kill anything of ours. So let's Pilfer first, see what that card is that we don't know yet. It's just a land, perfect. Yeah, we can take both these out of the hand, so we will grab the Meathook with this. We'll go ahead and Duress, take the Sorin. I love this. It is so rude. Now, unfortunately, they do have the Evolved Sleeper, which is value for them because even though they don't have cards in hand, they got this guy that they can spend their mana on. But we do have March of Wretched Sorrow, so we're going to want to wait until they spend their mana on him to play this one probably on their turn next turn. When it says oops. Maybe they had something to play, I'm not sure. We get a Blood Pact. I think, yeah, we'll just go ahead and pass. And then if they try and level this guy up, they will, I believe, draw a card. Let's see. Then you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So I wonder if he's not there if they draw a card and lose 1 life still. So they do spend it, so they can't. Unless they have a land, they can't do the draw 3. This Reckoner Bankbuster really sucks for us just because it, you know, fills our hand again. Luckily, we have Cruelty of Gix here. We can grab the Sheoldred if we want. Yep, so they go ahead and try and level it up again. So we will March Wretched Sorrow, pay 2, no exile, and kill it. And it actually wasn't even on the 3rd level here anyway, so they wouldn't be able to draw. I am jumping the gun. Kill that guy, gain some life, go back up to 20. They can't even crew their Reckoner Bankbuster here because it's just tapped, so I feel really good. Alrighty. So we could grab the Sheoldred. That kind of starts ticking down on their life total. We could also... I think... Man, they have so many cards. Yeah, that Reckoner Bankbuster really sucks for us. I think we might just play this on its first lore counter. Yeah, I want to see what's in their hand, so let's play it on its first lore counter. They have something that they can play, it's just that cut down. Yep, we'll just go on 1. What you got in there, buddy? Graveyard Trespasser, another Sheoldred. Yeah, they got gas in here. It's not like amazing cards, but I really don't like to see this. I'm fine with Evolved Sleeper. I'm fine with Graveyard Trespasser because we don't have any creature cards in our graveyard. So let's just take the Sheoldred. And then next turn we can grab our big boy. We can grab our Wincon. We could also grab Evolved Sleeper if we want. The hard part is going to be getting past that cut down. So it's probably just going to have to be a big boy. It's a really good blocker for Graveyard Trespasser. Does his backside have Menace? Does not. Okay, so I think we're still in this game here. I think we're still doing okay. They have a lot of mana here to where they can Meathook for just 3. Stole our March. Alright, crewing it just to get in for some more damage. Smart. So they'll bring us down to 15 here. Not a big deal. And probably play Evolved Sleeper and say go. Yep. Cool. Alright, just another lands. So we will go search for... We could also get Invoke Despair. That's what I really love about the Cruelty of Gix, how versatile it is. We could, we could grab a discard spell if we wanted to. I don't think that's anything good. But although they didn't play land, so it could be something okay. So this is Enchantment, Planeswalker, and Creature. Unfortunately, that is an artifact. I think it's just got to be grabbing our Tyrannical Pitlord. We need a good blocker. We'll play our lands, play our 6/6. Really solid blocker against Graveyard Trespasser, Evolved Sleeper. Evolved Sleeper is going to get Death Touch, so we got to watch out for that. That's on its... Yeah, that's on its 2nd level. That's crazy good. Alright, yeah, so you go. We can draw some cards next turn. We also get to put Sheoldred on the battlefield under our control. We could grab their Evolved Sleeper. I don't know if that's going to be better. Because we have some mana to spend. Couple options here for sure. They get the land. So I've seen so many Sheoldreds. I'm debating on putting it in this deck. I don't really think that there's much of a benefit to it. But maybe there is, because since we're having, making the opponents discard for 4. What in the world? What are you doing, man? Okay, we get our own Evolved Sleeper there, so I don't really want... Maybe I do want to? I wonder if they have another Meathook. I think we grab the Sheoldred. And we will play a land. We'll go Evolved Sleeper. We'll use this guy to draw cards next turn, and with that, the opponent does just concede. That was really confusing. I don't know why you clear your own board when you can't even affect ours. Yeah, anyway, back to Sheoldred. I was wondering if it would be good to throw this girl thing into the deck, because since we're making them discard, they're going to be wanting to draw cards. So let's say we had it in this game. I reckon our Bank Buster crushed us because of how many cards they drew. In the end, we probably would have ended up coming out with the win just because of the sheer power that we ended up getting. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with that game there. Sweet. I actually really love this hand. I wish that we were on the play, so we can hit that right off the bat Dread Fugue. But I'll definitely do that. Turn 2 Evolved Sleeper. We can even level up, and then turn 3 Aggressive Sabotage, unless we find some more discard spells. All right, we have seen that card before. Let's see what else you got in there. If I clicked myself, I would be so sad. Yep, Sheoldred, Graveyard Trespasser. This looks like the same deck. Land, unless that's a land, they are really screwed here. Okay, so I think that's going to be a cut down, which is unfortunate because that means we can't play the Evolved Sleeper. It'll die. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and pass then. Yeah, do we? Or do we just get it out of their hand? I'd rather them discard it to this Aggressive Sabotage. Actually, I think that's the wrong play. I think we do play it, get it out of their hand so that they're forced to discard one of the Sheoldreds. And they don't play it. Okay, maybe it's not. Gotta be. Oh no, it was just giving them an ability for the Evolved Sleeper. Okay. Go to attackers, they can level them up, so we don't want to block here. Alright. 15, we will try to level this guy up. Yep, they do play Evolved Sleeper, so they don't have any land in hand, and they only have the 3 cards. That is perfect. So we'll go ahead and hit this guy. We got Aggressive Sabotage. They're only going to be down to 1 next turn. I'm guessing they'll keep... Maybe they keep Graveyard Trespasser just so they can play a card. But if they top a land, having Sheoldred's huge. I'd really love a Meathook. Yep, okay, perfect. They keep the Sheoldred and no attacks. Let's hold up some blockers just in case. Do they hit the land? They do. I had a feeling they would. Yep, alright. Well, we got a tough game ahead of us. They blocks down to 12. We're going to be down to 10 when we draw that card. We can't really be drawing cards with Blood Pact or really the Evolved Sleeper. So we threaten the Sheoldred swinging in with this guy. Let's play another one. Yeah, let's go ahead and play another one. So that is not quite 2 Death Touch creatures next turn, but it is a little bit of power and much better. We can also Blood Pact if they don't swing in. Alright, yep, you gain 2 life. Cool, cool. I'm guessing they're also playing Invoke Despair in this deck. Counter, draw a card. Gain 2 life. Okay. I think Sheoldred should go in this deck. I didn't realize also how great it would be with all of the card draw mechanics we have. Gaining that 2 life would be huge. It'd be awesome. I don't really know what I'd take out though. Is that a cut down? I think it's just giving them the ability for this. My thoughts are it's just a land in hand. And they just say go. Okay. We will level up both of our guys. This guy becomes a 3/3, so we dodge this cut down. They level up their guy. Okay, cool. So we will level up ours in response. Haha, we level up first. Pilfer. Alright, so we can see what's in their hand here. Oh, that sucks. So this Blood Pact. We draw 2, but lose 6 life because of the Sheoldred. Go Cruelty. Maybe we get one of our own. I think we do just skip all of these. Let's just skip all of these. Let's read ahead to 3. Such a cool mechanic. I think that is amazing. So this cancels out anything. So yeah, thanks. I think that's really cool. And with that, yeah, we'll just go no attacks. Kind of keep doing what we're doing. So awesome. So that was huge. That's also kind of the benefit of the Cruelty of Gix, is that the only reason that we would need a Sheoldred maybe is if we are up against a Sheoldred. So killing one with the cards that we have to kill one, or discarding one, allows us to just steal it. So there's a lot of good things happening still. Oh, they have the Reckoner Bankbuster. Shoot, man. Yep, I canceled that out. They can probably afford to swing in with both of these guys because of the Death Touch. We can draw cards safely now. I think we need Sheoldred. It'll help us gain some life here. And they're tapped out, so they can't play anything. So we take 3. What did I do there? Okay. Yeah, I just needed to make sure to kill the Sheoldred. Alright. Let's wait on the land. For now, let's draw. He's like, huh? Something like that. We lose 2, but we gain 4. We get a Meathook. Don't quite have enough for that. We can Pilfer. See what it is. Aggressive Sabotage. Let's take it out of their hand. It's a land. Perfect. Alright, well, no attacks. Hold up the blocker. That's 7 damage coming in. They can up it 3, 6, 2 times, so 9. So we're gonna have to block. I don't know. I don't know if that was the right play. I think I'm doing everything okay. If they do spend mana to draw with a Reckoner Bankbuster, then they throw away the game, I think. Because we have enough to... I guess we don't necessarily have enough. We need 1 land, and then we can Meathook and do it for 4. This is going to cost them 3 anyway, so they won't have any more mana. So I'm hoping they Reckoner Bankbuster here. Graveyard Trespasser is just as good too. Yep, exiling the creature card, getting some life, we lose some, so that's 7. And they do level it up, so 8 threatening lethal. Dang, man. Yep, they hit the crew, and that's actually just game. Good game. Let me know what I did wrong there. I feel like I might have missed something. That was just a really tough game overall. I think Sheoldred's got to go in this deck. Let's actually just go ahead and hop over to the deck list and see what we change here. Usually don't do this, but yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, well, we have 3 Cruelty of Gix. I think we take out 1, and we throw in Sheoldred, and she's almost good enough to have 3 of in the deck, I believe. I really want to keep the card draw. Probably take out 1 Meathook. Throw in another Sheoldred. And do we take out 1 Invoke Despair? 3 of them might be fine. I think this is more important. It gives us a 4-drop, and it actually kind of fills out the curve really nicely. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just take out... No, I'll take out 1 March Wretched Sorrow, throw in a 3rd Sheoldred. And yes, there goes our... Mythic Rare Wildcard. So there is the new deck list there. Let's go ahead and see how it performs. All right, this is actually the ideal hand. So we'll definitely keep this. We are up against a Jaya Ballard Mage Avatar. So hopefully they're playing aggro and we can just take out whatever they are having in hand there. Dread Fugue, and it's going to be Golgari. Old Stick Fingers? What are you doing? Cut down. I can kill our Evolved Sleeper. There might be a reason to take that out of there. We also have another Dread Fugue and a Pilfer. I think next turn it's going to be... When you cast a spell, reveal cards. Aren't toughness the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So you reveal X creature cards. So they can't play it for 0. So we definitely take the cut down here. And then next turn, we will play Dread Fugue and Evolved Sleeper and take the Urborg so that they just can't play anything. See what that other card is. It's a Death Bonnet Sprout. So they can play that, but I still think we take this. That does mean that there's creature cards in their graveyard, so it will survive. We'll play our Sleeper. It's going to survive. We got our Sheoldred in hands. We got ways to draw cards. Just give us a land. We have 25 in there. Taxidermist, and we get the land. Sweet. Fantastic. We'll definitely swing in here. Go blockers, see if they block. We can always level it up. Okay, perfect. We will level it up before damage just as much as we can. Go ahead and Pilfer on our second main. And... we grab the Sprout? No, they have the land. Having another Stick Fingers in hand I don't think really matters unless they filter cards on the X creature, your graveyard, rest in the bottom of your library. feel like that's kind of what their deck is trying to do. But I don't like this, so I think I'll take that out. Might be the wrong play, but old stick fingers isn't really that scary to me. That tongue twister. Do it for 2. I forgot this can tap for mana anyway. So it does come in as a 4/4. We can level up Evolve Sleeper to be Death Touch here, and I think since we have another one, we're willing to trade that. I have another one, so they might be willing to trade it themselves, just so they can play another. Enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards each time it was kicked. And they say, no, you can get in for damage. I guess it's not leveled up yet, so that's fine. We'll go and level up. Bring him down to 15, player Evolve Sleeper, and say go. We did miss a land drop, but hopefully we can get it this next turn. Player Sheoldred and start taking him down. Okay, swinging in for 8. I think that's fine. They might have a Meathook in hand, and they might use it this turn. If they get 1 more mana, they can kill our entire board while theirs survives. So we really are kind of just going to have to hit a land this next turn. I think we take 8. Inclusive Taxidermist. Okay, so they don't have the Meathook. That's huge. We do get the land. Fantastic. Well, we have some options. We can level up Evolve Sleep this guy twice. When they swing in, kill both their guys. They just have Old Stick Fingers in hand. We're going to take 4 guaranteed. Otherwise, we can play Sheoldred, and when they draw cards, they lose life, and when we draw a card, we gain life, and just kind of... I think it's going to be Sheoldred. We can block probably a Taxidermist if they swing in with one next turn with this guy. And don't totally mind losing him. We got a lot of options here still. Lose 2. Slowly tick him down. Invoke Despair is going to help a ton as well. And it looks like they have Graveyard Shifts. They don't have the land to play it. Maybe? That could be really cool, throwing a Titan of Industry down with Old Stick Fingers and then Graveyard Shifting. Or like the something Coffin, I think the name is. There's a lot of cards that just pull a permanent from the graveyard. Cruelty of Gix. Hey, you can't play that card. I am playing that card. No! Okay, well, luckily we don't discard it anyway. But that's good that they didn't read ahead, because they really just wasted a counter there. Library for a card, they can grab a lot of things. Maybe a kill spell. Alright, so we gain some life. We don't get our land that we want. But what we could do is level this guy up and draw a card and try and get our land, and then level this guy up as well. Let's go for it. Meathook. I like that too. I don't really like it with how much mana we have right now. We really need to start getting that. We can make them discard this. I actually don't think we do that. I think it's just going to be leveling up the Evolve Sleeper. So we'll still go no attacks, pass turn, kind of keep the board state even. They will go ahead and grab a card here. But our creatures dodge a Meathook for 2. Dodge a Meathook for 3 as well, except for Evolve Sleeper. Yeah, they grab Titan of Industry. That's fine. They'll probably put Shield Counter it just so they can dodge all of our Death Touch shenanigans, but they got their creatures tapped here. We have Invoke Despair in hand, so they're going to sack one. We also have Meathook Massacre. We'll probably want to Meathook before we Invoke Despair if we can do that, but I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. They don't put the shield counter, they gain life. I think that's the wrong play. We draw 2, or we draw 1, gain 2 life. Have Meathook Massacre, but just not for enough again. They're going to start attacking here and bringing us down in life total. I think we're just going to have to draw cards. We don't have enough to do both. We have another Evolved Sleeper. We can Evolved Sleeper, level up, really threatening them with Death Touch. I think that's going to be our best play. Is this guy. And then just pass the turn. So that means we'll have 2 Death Touchers. They can swing in with Titan, but that means he's going to die. Creature card from the graveyard onto the battlefield. They can grab Urborg. What is he, a 4/5? Can't really kick him or anything. It's still good. It's just another creature to hit us with. They get the lands. Oh, this is crazy. What are with these games? They are just so... Control usually is the one where you're having to think a lot, but I feel like I have to think a lot in these games just to make sure we're making the right decisions. Yep, so they play another Old Stick Fingers just so they can throw another thing down. They'll probably keep this guy just so they can get... It's when they cast it too. Crimson Bride. And it buffs a lot of their guys. That buffs the Urborg. So Massacre isn't as good. Oh my goodness, man. Do they throw down? Yeah, it's really just Olivia, and they only have that in there for throwing him down, and they say go. We could draw here, but I think we'll stick to our plan. And it doesn't really matter which one we level up, so we'll just go this guy. We get another one. Where is the land? We just need 1. We need 2, but 1's fine. We can kill their guys. Trample's gonna hurt. We're still threatening their board. We just need them to stop top decking good stuff. That's really it. We'll play another Evolved Sleeper, and we can kind of just keep on that same plan. Say go. Oh, and we're slowly taking them down with the Sheoldred too. That is why we threw it in the deck. It is so darn good. It is so darn good with what we're doing. We are drawing a lot of cards. We are making them want to draw cards. So we're just doing so many great stuff. Evolved Sleeper level up. Evolved Sleeper level up. So we're death touching. We got Pilfer. We can't even really use it. They have nothing. Where is the land? 25 lands in the deck and we can't find one. How many times have we drawn a card and we have not found it? This is crazy. We can draw another one and try and find it. We'll want to do that with this guy. No, he's just going to go up to 2. Oh, goodness. Let's just keep the game going. We might want to start swinging in ourselves. Like with the 1 creature deal 3, that means like Meathook, when it's on the board, if they swing in, we can deal quite a bit of damage to them just by our guys dying. I don't think so. I think we just pass. Hope they don't get good top decking skills. And they don't, it's just a land. Probably just gonna pass. Yeah, they pass the turn, so we'll go and do 2. We probably could have drawn, but I want as many Death Toucher dudes as I can. No lands. Let's go for a draw. Lands. Sweet. So that means we can invoke now. But that's really it. So I think we could block here, here, and here. We'll take 8. We can definitely afford to start swinging in. Because we can Meathook for 3. 2. Down to 4. 2 ping. If we get another land, we win. So let's swing in. Let's threaten them a little bit here. They do want to trade. That's fine. That definitely... They still have, you know, the card draw that might lose us the game, but I'm willing to test their top decking skills. I think ours are better. I think we're gonna get a land. We are due for like 5. No, it's a graveyard shift. I think. Yeah, they're gonna bring back Crimson Bride. What does that do for him? Whenever it attacks, it has haste 2, so maybe not. See if they attack, and they don't. Okay, well, our plan is perfect. Land. Oh, it's not a land. All right, that's fine. Invoke Despair. Brings them down to 1. So we could swing in, but they know the Invoke Despair is there. Trade, we still have block, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we can still swing in and be okay. If they take this, they die. Blocking with Titan. Okay, they want to bring it back, I guess. Guess we'll have to find out. We might have wanted to swing in with 2 guys there. You guys just get bigger, block, take 8. That's fine. Let's invoke. Draw some cards. Give us a chance to do something. And with that, they just concede. Well, we didn't really have victory there. They knew we had the Invoke Despair, so I thought maybe they had something, but I'm surprised if this was a graveyard shift, they didn't just bring back Crimson Vide, so it must not be. All right, good win. Opponent goes first here, but we have a really solid hand. I would have loved to go first again, but we can draw into like a Pilfer. We got a Sheoldred, cool. We'll go ahead and Dread Fugue. What do you got in there, bud? So awesome. Show me what you got. I want Tenacious Underdog gone. They got Liliana Sorin. What is up with all the mono black mid-range? Have we played all mono black? No, because we had the graveyard shift. Gotta be Underdog. We don't have any creatures for that to even hit. Sheoldred dodges it. We'll go again. We can play Liliana next turn. Okay, there's nothing else other than the cut down. That's fine. We have Aggressive Sabotage, so I'm thinking they're going to play land, Liliana. And then if these 2 are land, they'll discard that and hopefully top deck one. Each player discards a card as well, so they're just going to discard 1, 2. I think they might discard Blood Pact, but that's also really good with Sheoldred, but I still think it's the play. And okay, so they're not going to have anything in hand here. But they have a Liliana. Liliana is honestly not good. Not good against our deck whatsoever. I don't think Liliana is good at all. That's actually my personal opinion. She is a nostalgic planeswalker, of course, but yeah, they're going to get that value from there. I think we got to go lands. Hopefully top deck one with our 25, and we do. And they can't quite ultimate her yet. See if they get the lands to play Tenacious Underdog. No way, did a kill spell? Oh, each target player sacrifice creature. That is good. I just got done saying how much I don't think she's good, but I forgot about that ability. That's pretty solid. Down to 17, give us a land. I'd love to Invoke Despair, get this Liliana off the battlefield and draw some cards. Okay, well we got 2, but it's not a land. Still doing all right here. They don't have that many. Yep. We're on a cut down. It's Tenacious Underdog. We don't get a land. I think we slowly fall behind here. Oh, it's just gonna get sacked. We need to keep it up so we can discard it. And they have card advantage, they have field advantage.
Don't overthink things.
See if they discard a fucking Numa, okay. So we're on the Mirthless. So now they can. Oh, where is the land? We have 25. Heck, we still gotta keep this Invoke Despair. I think that drawing cards is gonna be what we need here. Player discards a card. Yep.
Drop it.
They get theirs.
My ways are not.
Play their Underdog. Yep. 5. They gain life. Luckily, though, we will sack this guy, one of their planeswalkers. Just give us the land. What am I doing wrong, game? What am I doing wrong? How many draws? And it wasn't even just this game. It was not even just this game. It's been multiple games. Even in this video. Like, you guys see it. It's just... This is insane. I just find it so funny.
Blood for knowledge.
So not funny. Yeah, we die. That you do something that should increase your odds of getting something. But in Arena, for some reason, with whatever type of algorithm they got going on, whatever type of draw system they got going on, adding something that should increase your odds of getting it decreases your odds. I almost guarantee it. And I think that kind of shows a lot about human nature, maybe, how they created the algorithm to defy what should truly happen, because to balance the game and to make it better. And there's also a theory I have that this card right here, like the presence of that card is not that card until you draw it. You know what I mean? So like the game almost decides what it is. I personally haven't studied enough on the algorithm to know actually what it is or what they got going on, but that was just crazy. That was nuts. I can't believe that happened. We move forward. All right, well, this hand is solid. We don't have them discarding, but as long as they don't have anything to kill the Evolved Sleeper, I think it's still a keep. We also have Sheoldred. And we're going to need to get land here. All right, Ball Sleeper, say go. And tapped land. So we got to watch out for Leyline Binding. But I think the play is going to be just level it up. So swing in, last possible moment. Level it up, damage, Evolve Sleeper, say go. My thoughts are it's going to be Esper, not like Domain, 5 colors. It's like I'm wrong. So Leyline Binding costs 1 now. We're going to flash it out on whichever creature we try to level up. So I think we do it. I think we level up this guy. Hopefully they try and flash it out after we level him up, which would be a mistake because then we can still level up the other guy that they don't. Leyline Binding. Or they just say we're going to take your power of choice away and just do it before we do anything. Okay, smart. Go to damage, give them the option to do something that we can still respond if they binding. Cut down. Okay, that makes sense as well. Okay, well they have nothing, so I think if we level this guy up, he doesn't die because he has total power more. Yeah. Alright, well that was a little bit of a mistake on the opponent's part, but I think we played that really well to where they couldn't really do much. They had to try. We got him. We have a lot of power in the battlefield. We have perfect amount of lands. If we get one more land, then I think we almost seal the deal right now. We're doing really well. Maybe they just don't have binding in hand. I feel like that might be the situation because the better play would to a binding. This could also be Zur, I think his name, Zur. So we can make him discard here, or we can just keep playing our strategy. I think we still go aggressive and actually just play Sheoldred here. But let's make him discard 2. Maybe I don't, maybe let's help some draw. Let's go and swing in. Let's see if they block. Go off of that. They do block, so that means they're not going to be drawing cards with Wedding Announcement. We could up this guy and draw a card, but that would waste damage. So down to 11, no creatures on the battlefield. They're going to create one with a Wedding Announcement. Yeah, I think we go Sheoldred. There's a great chance that she dies, but I'd rather they use a removal spell on her because we're really trying to get these guys have a lot of value in them. And this is slowly going to take them down if they don't have anything to clear a board. They could Meathook for 2. But that only kills one of our guys. It wastes their turn. We're definitely on top here. Need a land, and then we've curved out really well. Leyline Binding on the Sheoldred. That's totally fine. 2 Wedding Invitations is awesome. We have a Pilfer. We're going to Aggressive Sabotage so that they lose all their cards. Okay, yep, so this is definitely Zur. They could double block. So let's go ahead and swing in with 1. I wouldn't want to lose that guy for no reason. They'll probably chump. Yep, so no card for you. And say go. If we get a land, we're doing awesome. If that's a Leyline Binding, that is not awesome. Okay. If it was a Zur, they would have played it, but they couldn't have done the ability, and they just say go. Makes sense. That's only 2 or more creatures, so there's no reason for them to swing in anyway. Is this guy... I already paid the 1, I think. Yeah, he's a human cleric. Yep. Let's go to our turn. They are buffing their board. Where is the land? What is going on with this deck, man? I think we attack. Let's be aggressive. They have 9 HP. They double block 1. Then we'll get in for a good amount with the other. 4, bring it down to 5. Not quite in Invoke Despair range just because they have a creature. They'll go down to 1 here. They don't have any pain lands. Rona's Vortex and they kicked it. Put it on the bottom. It's fine. Blockers. So we can't double level up, but we can... We could almost march Wretched to the Sorrow, throw down 1 Invoke Despair, but with both of these Invoke Despair, we do have lethal. So they are double blocking. We can't kill both of them by leveling it up, so I think we're just going to have to... Oh, actually, with Death Touch, we can. So yeah, we'll do that, and we will level it up. Yeah. Kill both the guys. No reason to pilfer. They got nothing in hand. We can't kill this other token unless they have... Unless we X out one of our cards, but let's just go ahead and say go. We have everything we need. Unfortunately, Zur gives lifelink, so if they find him, then we're really screwed. But I shouldn't have said that because now they're going to find him. Swing another creature. Create a 1/1 token, so now they're not going to be creating any more tokens, so I like that. Land, yes, perfect. Invoke Despair. They could counter it though. Got Negate reprinted. And no. Sweet, that works perfectly. We get another Invoke Despair? Oh my goodness. Alright, now I'm happy with their draws. This is awesome. They find a Rafine. That's still not great. They're not going to be creating more tokens. They will connive, gives them a chance to find something. I think Zur is really going to be their only chance here to come back just because of all the life that he helps you gain, especially with Leyline Binding. But with these 3, we can make them sack that Leyline Binding, get our Sheoldred back, start gaining some life, and they start losing life. We're definitely going to go here. I mean, theoretically, we could have marched the creature and exiled the Pilfer. I think... Is it... There's 0. It deals damage. Okay, I'm mixing it up with another card, but that probably would have been the play to 1, exile the Pilfer because we don't really need it, and then kill the creature, and then they sack the Rafine. But slight misplay there. Yeah, because then they would have no creatures here. With the Invoke Despair, it would have them go down to 1. It is what it is. We move forward. We're still going to draw a card here. Discard a counter spell. We can get around that counter spell next turn. And they got 1 card in hand. Let's get it out of there. So we're going to get Sheoldred back here, period. She's going to come in with Summoning Sickness. So we have lethal next turn. Smart. Gets it out of hand anyway. Yeah, decline. Invoke Despair, sack both your things. We're on top, ready for victory next turn. Down to 3, they'll draw a card and go down to 1. And with that, they just concede. Sweet! Yes! So happy with that. I absolutely love this deck. I was actually thinking of just stopping, but I wanted to play one more game just because I love it so much. I think it's so fun. You get to see what's in the opponent's hand as soon as turn 1. You get to kind of see what you're up against. That helps you theorize. Such a good deck. So much fun. It didn't perform absolutely as amazing as I would like just because of how stupid our draws have been, but we can't control that. We can only control our attitude towards the games and how we keep moving forward in the end. So I am still really happy with that. Let's just go ahead and hop into deck wrap up. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. There was the Discard Despair deck. This, like I said, I love this deck so much. I think it has so much potential. I think it is perfect for standard right now, just because we don't have too many sets to have, you know, different types of counter spells, different types of things to nerf the deck. I think it does so well at completing what we want to do. It discards cards early. I'm really surprised at how much we've been drawing into all our discard spells. I mean, look at it. We only have 6 1-drops, and we drew into it a bunch of times. I love that. I don't know what I did. I think it also has to do with the algorithm that if you have a certain amount of spells in a certain mana cost, you're more likely to get those cards. So I think this is the deck. I think you guys got to try this one out. It is an absolute blast. You're gonna, I mean, what? This is a common, this is a uncommon, common, and uncommon. So you're only spending uncommon wild cards on the discard spells, which are pretty much the cards that you won't use in other decks. For Invoke Despair, there's so many decks that you can play this with for a long time because it's from Kamigawa. The Tyrannical Pitlord is just a good card, and we only have 2 of it. So like, even as far as wild cards go, I would say the only creature to caution to getting would be Evolved Sleeper, but I think this card is underrated right now. It is super good, especially in a deck running 25 lands to where it is super super versatile, that you can play it in the late game and it's a huge threat, especially to a deck that's stopping them from playing cards early. I am very pleased with this deck and I had so much fun. I hope you guys had fun with me. Let me know what kind of cards I missed. I definitely do kind of just a brief like lookup of like go in here and just write discard, so I might have missed some cards. So let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. If you did enjoy and you are wanting to see more content from me, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and even turn on the notifications so that you don't miss whenever I post. Other than that, I think that is going to be it from me. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.